Imagine you've walked into a crowded room and everyone turns around to look at you. What is your first thought? Emotional redirecting is when you move away from your emotions. Redirecting emotions means you acknowledge your emotions, but you redirect away from your normal response to them. We all spend large amounts of time in autopilot. We are simply not fully aware of everything around us all the time. If, for example, you're watching this video with a cup of tea or coffee in hand, you would not have concentrated fully on the process of drinking and tasting the drink on each occasion you sipped it. You have learnt to drink without great concentration. Likewise, we walk, drive, swim, do dishes without a high level of concentration. Often this is actually regarded as a positive trait and named multitasking. However, prolonged use of it teaches us to use autopilot by default, and this increases the likelihood of negative patterns and behaviours, such as those triggered by defence mechanisms becoming dominant. What can we do about it? Well, the sad thing is that most people give the simple advice: just notice what you are doing for Pete's sake, or something similar. Alternatively, you hear comments like, wake up, wise up, or wake up and smell the coffee, and other comments like that. Now, sometimes people are simply being absent-minded, especially if they're overtired. However, they may be in autopilot for reasons caused by defense mechanisms. In those situations, they are likely to do something apparently inappropriate or hard to understand that irritate or confuse others. It is not a good idea to expect people to stop at the point of trigger and use that as an opportunity to suddenly exercise choice and control. Yes, that is the overall objective, but it is asking it at the precise time when the subconscious desire to be in control and when the autopilot is strongest, which can also be difficult to do. In practice, that is like asking someone who gets a panic attack to practice getting calm by popping into a room full of poisonous snakes and just see how they get on. According to Zen Buddhism and CBT, we enter each situation with automatically judgmental thoughts. These are based on previous experiences, traumas, and learning experiences. These are meant to equip us against harm, but these defense mechanisms often cause more harm than good. When the lesson is inappropriate or outdated, the unhelpful emotions take on preconceived ideas, and we treat them like facts instead of analysing what they really are, opinions or defense mechanisms. We need to learn to focus away from preconceptions, and there are several ways we can begin this process. Take 20 to 30 minutes every day to be focused on the environment around us. This can be within regard to the sounds, smells, and sights as you walk, the water and items as we wash up, or the sound of music. Whatever we choose, you need to lose yourself in that experience, thus learning and teaching the mind to move away from unproductive thoughts. If we find thoughts intruding, do not get stressed by them, just let them pass by. Another example is when we would walk for 10 minutes on the way to work. When in a safe area, focus on the plants, trees, or design of buildings. Notice the beauty, shapes, and colours. Notice your feet being placed on the floor as you walk, the temperature, the sun or rain or wind. Become aware of the environment where you focus your thoughts. Make a habit on each day focusing on something. When washing up, stop to notice the warmth of the water, the bubbles floating. Relax your shoulders. When stuck in traffic, take a brief glance around, when you're stationary and it's safe to do so, and perhaps notice one thing you have never noticed before: a shop, tree, sign, or even a dog. When a bit irritated in a situation, begin spotting alternatives to focus on. Even if you cannot manage it straight away, at least begin thinking about other things you might focus on when you get good at it. This is a good practice and motivation to keep practicing, and practicing. Gradually begin focusing more and more in situations of increasing irritation, and eventually build up to a level of good control. There is an old expression: anyone can meditate in a quiet, undisturbed place, but a real master can reach peace in a busy, noisy environment. Remember that doing this is not taking away the irritation, it is choosing not to prioritize it. It should not be used as a suppression. Where a feeling of anger or irritation is spotted, then a slightly new approach is needed. In theory, with practice and competence, this method prevents the negative emotion from being felt in the first place, since at the first sign of possible irritation, the person refocuses. However, we are all human and the process is not infallible. Therefore, when the irritation does get through, we use another process first, and then go on to refocus. The key to this process is remembering that we should never suppress feelings, since this leads to increased problems. Instead, we acknowledge, verify and dismiss, giving closure, and choosing not to dwell. It is important to acknowledge, since this prevents the suppression. Think of this in the mind's eye like a train coming through a station, and that you are on the platform. Each carriage or wagon on the train has a feeling or emotion in great big letters on the side. You might see stress, anger, failure, fear, and want to hurt them back, and so on. You see these wagons coming, you acknowledge them, and then you wave them on by as they pass through the station and disappear again. Since all feelings are real, but will always pass. Now you can adjust this method by using any similar variation. Cars, ants, leaves on a stream, pretty much anything as long as the principle applies. This is not suppression. This is about acknowledging their presence, yet not giving in or jumping on board and letting the train or unproductive thoughts take you away from the destination you want to reach. There is more than one way to practice mindfulness, but the goal of any mindfulness technique is to achieve a state of alert, focused relaxation by deliberately paying attention to thoughts and sensations without judgment. This allows the mind to refocus on the present moment. All mindfulness techniques are a form of meditation. Sit quietly and focus on your natural breathing, or on a word or mantra that you repeat silently. Allow thoughts to come and go without judgment, and return to your focus on breath or mantra. Focus on body sensations. Notice subtle body sensations such as an itch or tingling without judgment, and let them pass. Notice each part of your body in succession from head to toe. Notice sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and touches. Name them: sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch without judgment, and let them go. Allow emotions to be present without judgment. Practice a steady and relaxed naming of emotions: joy, anger, frustration. Accept the presence of the emotions without judgment and let them go. Cope with cravings or other addictive substances or behaviors and allow them to pass. Notice how your body feels as a craving enters. Replace the wish for the craving to go away with the certain knowledge that it will subside. Expressing versus suppressing, redirecting instead of diverting. Mindfulness and CBT techniques are designed to acknowledge all emotions. To redirect and express enables you to focus on what is important and not let all situations bog you down so you can get back on track. Mindfulness and CBT techniques is not about always thinking positively. It is about changing the way you perceive the situation at the time. That way you can change the way you react to it.